Okay, I'm back. Sorry, it took a little while. No, hang on. Sorry, it took a little while because I couldn't get the streaming stuff to work then. Okay, hopefully you're all going to join me and we'll try this again, shall we? I think we're still on that one there. Okay, so I'm just going to wait for some of you to come back. Are you going to come back and join me? We'll so what can I tell you while we're waiting for people to come back? It's my nephew's 21st today and I wish him very happy returns. My sister is home from New Zealand, which I think I told you yesterday, and I'm really happy about it, and it's lovely to see her. So I don't know whether anybody, there's 4 people. I've got 4 people. Everybody's gone home or gone back out in the garden, I think. The sky is quite blue here, so hopefully it's going to start getting at a level that you can handle during the day. Right, so we're going to go back to couching. People might catch up tonight. So couching was here I did a zigzag over just to try out the different styles. This one I used one of my fancy stitchings, and which then I could encompass over two of the threads. Bits like this where you've got like a star and then it wiggles round and then a star and then it wiggles and a star, you know, that type of thing. I think if I'd have done it in a different colour thread, maybe a green or something like that, that would have popped. And as I went down, I then changed the type of thread that I was having underneath. Now I was talking about what you could use. I mean, you can get lengths of silk which would work just as well, you know, very beautiful pieces of silk. That would be nice. And then I went on and did a sparkly one, which I really like. I like the delicateness of it, and that's on my smallest zigzag, so that was quite nice. I like that. Then we went on to doing a heart, because there's not that much that's easier than a heart, is there? So I got a bit fancy like that, and because I started here and went round, when I got back to here I was able to then do the other heart, which was quite good. Then I got even more creative. Now this is done with the chenille and it feels really good, and I would have been quite happy to continue going. I was quite enamoured with this. I was quite happy to do this. It was lovely. I could have sat and done more, but time and all of this. So it's definitely something that I will revisit in my crafting. Oh, imagine one of those Josie bags with a bit of couching on the front. That would be very pretty. So I'm going to talk you through how I went about doing the heart. Okay. So I printed off hearts. I printed off 2 hearts just off the internet, and I pulled out Sarah's daisy and then forgot it and left it in the shop. So I printed off, this is the daisy that I used, because it was an easy shape. That one would be quite quirky, and you could do an outline in one colour and then fill it in like I did with the middle bit. I just kept going round the middle bit in an ever decreasing spiral, and then added the bits, and it was really cool. I was, you know, like I say, I was really happy with it. So the hearts are a nice dark colour, okay, so you can see them through. Now, is that one of, no, is this going to work? Not very well. We've been having trouble getting more Frixon pens. This will do. So all I did was I've followed it round and drew it out. Okay, so I went with a smaller heart and just overlapped it like this. Okay, so you can draw anything. Start with easy ones. Okay, start with an easy one, because that way you haven't got to worry about too many convoluted bits. So there's my hearts. Okay, so we're going to do this one in the Happy Chenille. Okay, just because I can. All right, so we're going to follow these lines round and go from there. Okay, so who's come back to join me? Let's have a look here. The white flower is a daisy. What's not to like about a daisy, Anne? So yeah, Kate, it's really tactile as well. It's lovely. Thanks, Marilyn. I'm glad you all came back again. It was the only thing I could think of was to turn it off and turn it back on again, just like they say, isn't it? Right. So let me see. We're going to try and get them all right today. All right, all of the different cameras, because I know that I'm a bit off that. Right. So number 4. So we've got the camera now. Let me go back up here so that it runs so I can see where you are and see whether I need to move the camera at all. Okay, so we are by here. There we go. So I've gone back to there. Right, so I need to move that down a bit, so hopefully you'll be able to see. Now I have got the, there we are, you can see I have got the normal foot on it. Okay, this is the one where I've got a see-through bit so I can look through it, but you're feeding it from the side, okay, because I'm going to feed my wool, my extra piece of textile, in through here. Now you can buy couching foots, and I did think about it because I like a gadget, and I was going to buy a couching foot, but they were £55, and you can buy a couching foot which will go on your walking foot. Now I think the one that I was looking at was the couching foot went on my new dynamic walking foot that I got free with my machine. Now I want to start, I'm going to start like I did last time. I'm going to start on the crossover there. Okay, so I need to lay my my yarn on there, and then I'm going to pull it up and through. Right, now the idea is that you're going to put your needle, I don't know whether my needle is, I need an 01. I need it to be more in line. Let's go up 02. There we are. I want my needle in the middle, and you're going to thread this now through, and you're going to put your foot down. Put your foot down on top. Now I'm trying to do this without getting my hands in front of the camera, like that. We're going to put that down. So you want your yarn to be in the middle, but lined up with your where you're going to sew, and I'm going to sew up and round. Now, oh, I don't want that in the middle, do I? I want a 5. Okay, so we're going to just sew over. Now it's the chenille, I don't want to pull it too hard, and we're just going to sew over the thread. See how easy is this to add something extra to your sewing. Now Sarah said there was a lady on before her on Craft Extra yesterday who was doing hand couching. Now the whole point of it is that you come up level with look, that's me trying to multitask again. So you're just going to come around and follow it. Now rounded is fine. When you get to your point like that, you want to try and stop on the side that you're going to bend your thread, you know, your yarn to. So you're going to lift it, leave your foot in there, your needle in there, put your foot back down, okay, and then continue, which should have given you a sharp angle coming round. Now the one that I did before, I used a pencil to draw it out, and I thought, oh, that'll be fine, but where I went off the mark, there was nothing I could do. One thing I forgot to tell you, I'm doing this on calico, and I put stabilizer interfacing on the back of it so that it gives it some stability. Now I would imagine you could still do it without, but you're only sewing on one you'd only be sewing on the one thing of fabric, the one layer. That's the word, Sarah. On the one layer. Okay, so you're going to come down to here, and you want to stop on the side that you're going to bend it. So you're going to bend it like that. I'm going to chop this bit off here, like that. I'm going to put that under there, and hopefully we can sew over that bit. Okay, so we're going to come up here to there, on the other side, and then I'm going to twist to do my second heart. Okay, see how easy it is? Do your practice pieces first, try your different stitches. There we go, and we're going to go back up this way. I'm glad that it's not freezing as much now, from what I can gather from what you're saying. So going up here, I think I'm off my oh. Going around the corner. Now this would be lovely. You could do a really wide zigzag and use your chunky wools. You could also use it to do on your appliques and your you know, when you do your wall hangings and you do landscape wall hangings, add in this type of thing to your wall hangings would be you know, your landscapes and that would be really cool. Nearly done. So we're going around the last corner. Right, I'm going to go back. Looking for the buttons to pull them up. So I'm going to undo that there. Chop these off. And we'll go over to the over there. Right, which one are we on then? It's a 3. So you can see now I've done that and it's gone round. Now the one that I did with the thick wall was it definitely stands out more, doesn't it? But you can see that I kept it on a really small one and went around. Now you can, if you lengthened it, you'd get more fluff. You know, here where I've missed it, you can see it's quite fluffy. This is just one of the little balls, so if you used there's another one which is chunky, that would be quite good. You'd get quite a bit of fluff if you widened your stitch for instead of making it wider that way, if you lengthened your stitch, you'd get a longer in between, and there's more fluff. This makes it quite flat, and this would be fluffier when the wider you go. Okay, so that's couching. How simple is that? How cool is that? This is really the foot is just a normal J foot on a brother. It's just your normal foot. You like it. It's better to have the see-through, because then you can see the line that you're trying to follow. But as you can see, it doesn't go up the middle. You know, your you wouldn't use your 1/4 inch foot anyway, because the hole is small and you want a zigzag. But this one, because the thread space is on the side rather than coming up straight up the middle, you can then pull the thing round. You can buy a special foot. It's amazing what you can buy a special foot for. But this one, I want it to be accessible to everyone. Like doing zips, you don't need a zipper foot. Not really. It just depends on how much of the zipper fabric you want to see. Same with the couching. It just depends on how gadgety you want it to be. It's as long as you're pulling it in front of you so that you can guide it as you're sewing, everything's fine. So there we go. Right, it does look simple, doesn't it? It is simple. It's when I watched somebody, I thought, oh, that must be really difficult. And thought, when I had to go home last night to learn, I thought, what if I'm no good at it? What are they going to do? They're going to laugh at me. So there we go. So how to let your yarn be thread through a straw. A straw. As you can see, we didn't need a straw. However, there was a technique which I will show you on how to turn out, you know, when you do long straps, really, really thin straps, there was a technique that they showed on how to do that on Pinterest. I thought, I need to show them that. So we'll do that. What else was there? Brilliant view. That's good. There we go. So I think I've caught up with you all. And there we have couching. So I'm going back over to have my lunch, and then get on with the orders. See, Linda, I told you I wouldn't be long. I'd see you soon. And Sarah will be almost home by now, I would have thought. So it won't be long before we see her. I might not see you now I'm not here next week. Sarah's got help in the shop, so she should be here all next week. But I'm sure she'll let you know. And I'll see you the week after I've been to the yoga festival, the World Yoga Festival. I'm hoping to get a massage in if I can book one. Not sure how much yoga I'm planning on doing, but it wasn't booked for me. So, right, I'll see you next week. No, not next week, week after. Taddy bye.